Hey, Jess. Cool. Awesome. Hey, Lauren. And Emma. Hey, guys. Awesome. So glad everyone could join us tonight. Tonight's just fun. We have a full moon eve. The full moon will take place while we sleep. I'm glad you're crying, Jess. And maybe if you'll let us, we can bring you on. You can let me know. And we can, I'll be there for you and kind of tune in. My sister-in-law is going through it. I'll let her share if she wants, but I think it would be really cool to, oh, hey, Danielle. Missed you, girl. It'd be really cool to kind of tap in and see her energies and help her along. But it's so good. It's so good, Jess. I know that everyone has been going through it with this full moon, whether it's been like a lot of relationship struggles or just like spats. I know Jeff and I have had our own, like, just we've both felt a little edgy, and I'm on my moon. And so I get to this place where I just want to go inward when life might be requiring me to be outward, or my partner wants to connect, or there's social things going on. So I want to share a little bit about, I'll send her a request, Jeff. I'll see if she'll do it. Hey, Karen. I want to share a little bit about my energy healing and my spiritual journey so far and where I'm at. And then we'll do some gathering intuitive readings for everyone. And then we will do a healing. So I won't be here next weekend. And I don't really have much of an agenda for tonight other than just to come and be a vessel. And I was just praying and meditating before this for a couple minutes. And it's just show up. So not a big agenda other than to be there for everyone. But I want to talk about what's really made a difference in my energy and spiritual healing experience so far. And that's awareness. So in our blogs, in my I Am Woman blog series, I'm talking about the lunar and the menstrual cycle. How the moon and how our moon as bleeding or non-bleeding people, so men and people who maybe are in between a gender classification, you can always go with the moon. Or postmenopausal women, or pre-menarche girls, always go with the moon. We are 90% water as humans, and to say we are not governed by the moon is crazy. It doesn't have to be. If you have certain religious or spiritual beliefs you want protected and are sacred, and you know, are mindful and discerning of honoring or worshiping or whatever, wherever you're coming from, the moon is not God. And we are not worshiping the moon, but we are understanding how it's affecting our bodies. And I can't tell you how much it's changed my experience. So for example, I talk about this on my blog. You can figure out where you are with the moon. There's a little bit of a glitch on my blog. So if you're trying to figure this out tonight, if you go to middaypigeon.com and just type in lunar or moon, you're going to find the lunar flow blog. For some reason, it's not showing up. I've let my VA know and she'll fix it tomorrow, I'm sure. So when we as bleeding women or non-bleeding people menstruate, there's a pull to go inward. When we ovulate, so every other 2 weeks this changes. When we ovulate, there's a pull to be visible, to be connecting, to be seen. So right now, depending on where you're at in your moon and the moon, the full moon, the energy of the world, of the earth is things are, full moons shake things up, shift things up. And this one is in Scorpio. And the little bit that I know about astrology to allow it to resonate with me is deep buried emotions are coming up. And I've talked with a lot of family and friends, and there's been intense relationships. People are just like, man, we're blowing up at one another. There's been things that people aren't understanding why they're happening to them, or just you're feeling kind of sad. And I couldn't put my finger on it this morning in my yoga class. My teacher, Sue, she was working on my hips. I'm like, I feel so sad. I told Jeff this morning, I woke up, I just feel so sad. And I couldn't put my finger on it. So the moon will start to pull things up, and it's okay. And had I not had this awareness around where I'm at in my moon, my cycle, I want to be inward. I want to be, and yesterday we did a lot of things towards the later part of the day that required my energy to be outward, and I could feel myself testy and a little edgy and just not super pleasant to be around. So instead of punishing myself for that, or say maybe you have some big tests or some big projects coming up and the full moon energy is alive, and the full moon energy makes you want to go out and socialize and be with people, or you're just really emotional and there's just a lot going on, give yourself a break. When you understand your moon and the moon of the earth that's affecting us, there's so much healing around that. And you can understand, well, when do I want to be social? When do I feel like I want to be more inward? Or if I'm having spats with my family or my partner, there gives a little bit of reason behind it. It helps you know what's being influenced. So what's ever coming up is coming up to be healed. And I know just from talking with a few of you, and then those in my client Facebook group, you're just like, I'm going through it. A lot of, where attention goes, energy flows. And the full moon's all about releasing. So a lot of people have been purging. I purged my closet, my shoes, my office this weekend, got rid of bags and bags of stuff. It feels so good. And if you keep a journal or a planner, you can always record your dreams, the moon, where you're at in your moon or your cycle. Or if you don't bleed, if you're at a period or you're a gender that doesn't bleed, then you can just write down how you're feeling, your energy, and you'll see patterns and you'll feel shifts. And I think that's all I really want to bring to attention tonight. So we've just been completely wiped, sleeping a lot. Awesome. Oh, hey, Tiffany. Good to see you on here. Okay. So 2 questions that I want to touch on, and then we can do a group healing, and then I'm going to hold you to it, Jess. I'm going to send you a request. You don't have to accept, but all of my you all are intuitive, but everyone on that knows that we kind of tap in and we help one another, and we're just feeling what the Spirit is speaking to us for one another. I want you to stay on, because I have a good feeling about this tonight, if Jess will allow it. So, okay. And anyone else before we're gone for a little bit, we'll play Memorial Day weekend by ear. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Would you rather have something on Sunday night, or would you rather have something on like Monday night, or probably Monday night? Everybody will be celebrating. So let me know in the comments, not the next weekend, but the weekend after when I get back, with Sunday or Monday night. Would you rather have something, or do you want to take the week off? And then we'd break for 2 weeks. So, okay, so 2 questions that came in that I want to touch on that really pertain to one another and help us understand energy. So one person asked about, I've had cough and congestion and it just won't go away. I've been dealing with it. It's stuck in my lungs, it's stuck in my throat, it won't go away. So all symptoms, all disease is energetic. It starts in our energy field. It starts as a soul symptom, and then it trickles down through the layers. So we are all the way out here, we're energy. You know, if you can see my hands, all the way out here, we're energy. And then by the time it gets to the physical body, it's end stage. So a lot of times when you're trying the physical remedies, like I've been taking the supplements and eating the foods and doing all the things, and I'll be the first to say, I hate in the spiritual community when we're like ascension symptoms, headache, and hey Brooke, I thought I saw you pop on here, headache and all of these symptoms, and we're doing all the physical things that the spiritual community can say, oh, it's just ascension symptoms, but most of the time you're eating something that doesn't agree with you. And remember, the higher the frequency you're meant to carry and your divine blueprint for yourself, a lot of times just you can't eat like other people, and that's okay. But on this note, so this person, her diet's clean, she's been doing all the supplements, she's been doing the nebulizer, all the things. It's time to look at energy. And so one thing I like to look at with the lungs is grief. So are you carrying grief? And it may or may not be grief at all. But in this little energy healing, this meditation that we'll do together tonight, if there's a physical symptom that just won't leave your body, tune with your energy field. And I did this with my yoga class this morning, and they were amazed at what came up. If you just take like 10 seconds, and it usually in a guided energy healing or meditation like this, it's really nice to have someone else cueing you, because it gives a space for the conscious mind to shut off and the subconscious mind to speak. Your body will talk to you. Your body and your subconscious mind are BFFs. They hang out all the time, and they're always talking. So we'll give a cue, or we'll give something in the energy healing. Your body will tell you why you're holding on to it. So if the lungs will show you what's there, the lungs will show you what they need. So if you've been dealing with a physical symptom that won't go away with all the physical things you know to try, we have to go to the energy field. And on the reverse, another question, and I picked these 2 because they were closely connected and they were perfect to touch on for tonight with the moon energies, is, so I'm having some things come in already. It's really cool. So trust your gifts, first of all. If you're feeling and hearing things, don't ever apologize for it. But she said, I've been in a funk and I just can't feel normal. Is that normal? A lot of times when we can't, so she's probably been doing all the energy clearing things and probably all the physical things. And when you're just not feeling right, like yourself, there has to be a big shift. And a lot of times, and Jess, I think this will relate to your situation, what I was feeling earlier, is a lot of times we just have to like let ourselves crumble or let crap hit the fan or let whatever. We're holding on to our little reality. So not even a month ago, all these things started to shift. Like my Jeep broke down. I was just grumpy and not feeling like myself. And I didn't really pick up on it. I thought I just needed to trudge through and just get through it. And some of my coworkers were like, you just seemed like down, and I didn't realize I needed such a shift. But I was feeling frustrated, and I thought, well, when I just get to that next milestone in my work or in my personal life. And then life happened for me. The Jeep broke down. I got bit by a snake. Like all of these things just started happening to push me into alignment. And what it led to is a new car that's much more my vibration and expression, and a mastermind with Kate Northrup, a place in her mastermind, and a local coach who's amazing. And all of those things scared the heck out of me. And I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this? But life is always trying to work for you. So if you're feeling in a funk, let everything collapse. Just like nature. Sometimes in nature there's forest fires and sometimes there's intentional burns. Like with regenerative farming and regenerative crops, like let it burn. Jess, I'm talking to you. And this woman who sent the question, and I think that will resonate. Just let it burn. Let it burn. Let it go. Because something new is going to come from it. That's much better. A lot of times when we're feeling in a funk, and I could see myself doing this, we're trying to push through. It's like trying to fit a round circle into a square peg. We're just trying to push through with old energy when we're trying to go to a new place. Okay. Awesome. Hey, Lori. Let it burn. Thanks, Jeff. I guess I'm referencing Usher. Okay, well, we'll do a quick healing tonight, and then anyone who has questions or just needs a little bit of help and insight into what's going on in their body or their energy field, I'm happy to take a couple people, and then we'll break, and maybe we'll do Monday, Memorial Day weekend. Just watch my stories. I'll post, and we'll see what everyone needs. Are there any requests or questions or anything so far before we start the healing that you want to say? Cool. We'll just go straight into the body. Remember, your body's always going to tell you exactly what it is. So listen to the body, let the conscious mind shut off, and I'll guide us through that. All right, so go ahead and get to your comfortable space. Wherever you're at. And if you're new to this process, or it's okay to be a little skeptical, it's okay to be a little new, it's okay to not feel like you're feeling a lot. Things can happen just in an instant, and trust it. Even if you feel like you're playing make-believe, just trust this process, okay? So start to connect with your breath. You start to breathe deep. Let your shoulders and your hips relax. Your breath can clue you into the fact that you're more than just a physical being. See if you can begin to feel energy vibrating off of your body. See if you can imagine or visualize your energy field, which radiates up to 6 feet or more around you. Notice if 3 to 6 inches off your skin, if you can perceive anything. This is going to take all of your left brain shutting down, and all of your body, your intuition, the spirit inside of you activating. Take a deep belly breath in, fill all the way to the top. Hold it for a second. Exhale, sigh it out. Do that one more time. Deep belly breath in. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, sigh it out. It's funny, Lori, I can see you doing this breathing with us. Awesome. All right, let your shoulders drop again. Feel the heaviest part in your body. Just take a moment to feel gravity. Feel centered, feel collected, feel grounded in your space. Fully recognizing that you were called. You felt a little pull or curiosity to be on here tonight for some divine reason. My voice is just a channel for the Spirit to speak to you. Your body is a channel for energy. We're going to look at anything that might be blocked in the body tonight. So if you're wearing the weekend on your heart or on your shoulders, whatever you've been feeling, just let that rise up to the surface. Invite it. Even if it's been intense and you no, I want to get past this. I want to push this away. Just invite it up. It will release with the moon tonight. It will release with the breath. It will release with prayer and intention. But let's take a moment just to look. You can take your hands to where it's at in your body. Or if you're not sure, a great way to connect is left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly, and just breathe. If you're not sure what you're feeling, your body holds the key. So taking a few breaths, and I'll just hold space and silence for you to scan your body from your head to your toes, finding that place that doesn't feel so relaxed. Simply asking your body to show you, where are you holding everything that you've been feeling, that I've been feeling? You can take a hand there, just begin to breathe into that body part. And ask your body, what are you storing here? What are you carrying? Might be old from the past. Might be new. Might be obscure. Notice what you feel. Notice what you see, what you hear, what you know. Your intuition will come through one of the 5 or 6 senses. Take another deep breath. Let your body soften, inviting that energy to come up just a little bit more. Imagine you're pulling that energy out of your body and you're able to hold it in front of you, able to look at it, work with it. It's coming up to be healed. Or if you just can't get what you're dealing with on the external, the bad day, the fight with the person, the hit to your vehicle, just pull that out in front of you and look at it. Eyes closed down, connected to your breath. Then you can notice that this energy or this person or this place or this thing is wrapped in a present with a bow. Maybe it's gift wrapped. You can see it now as your gift. You can feel yourself explaining that you didn't want this gift. You actually didn't ask for this. Do you feel the Spirit giving it back to you? No, keep it. This is yours. This is yours. Take another deep breath. Giving yourself a moment to visualize what you can use from this gift before you open it and release it up out of your arms, out of your hands, back up to the universe. Feel your body soften at that. Feel lightness come back into the body. Just ask your body what he or she wants to do with this gift. Trusting completely, is it time to release it? Is it time to work with this energy just a little bit longer? Giving awareness to this energy is just energy in your body. If it's making you angry or yell or cry or scream, or distract yourself. So notice its energy to be experienced. If you're dealing with physical symptoms, see if you can reach down into the lungs or the belly or the low back, wherever those symptoms are present, and just scoop up that energy. Look at it in front of your face, seeing it wrapped as a gift. Taking a moment to express gratitude for this gift. To close, you can either release it up and out, or you can keep it in your pocket to continue to work with this week, just tonight, knowing likely the moon will help release this for you. Come back to your breath. Roll your shoulders back. Take a couple circles with your neck. Start to come back to your body. Come back here. Would love to hear in the comments what you felt, what you experienced, if you're surprised how much your body, your intuition spoke to you. I mentioned this in my post this morning. If you didn't get a chance to read it, it's what I posted this morning about all disease is an end state, and our symptoms or disease starts in our energy field. So when we're spirit, we're half physical body and we're half spirit or soul. And when there's a spiritual illness or spiritual sickness or symptom, excuse me, it will trickle down eventually into the body. And our job is to go after the spiritual truth, the symptom. And just that energy healing process, sitting there, excuse me, I feel like usually when I start to get on a good channel with people, I start to cough. My mentor has told me different things about that, but it blows my mind. But when we consult the soul, just like we did, to say, what's here? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I experiencing what I'm experiencing? We find our answers. Yeah. When I retore my ACL for the second time, I did the same process with my energy healer. And you wouldn't believe the things that came out of that. Because I kept thinking in my head, if I just would have landed differently, if I just wouldn't have done that, this was a couple of years ago, if I just would have replayed over and over, things would have looked different. Or if that person just wouldn't have hit my car, just wouldn't have done this, it would look different. But there's a reason, because life is always happening for us. Okay, so I'd love to hear your questions, what you experienced. I'll send a request to Jess if you guys are able to help us out. And if she's not in a place where she's able to join, then I'll take anybody else, and then we'll close and we'll come back here in a couple weeks. Okay, so May 2013, distracting myself from immense grief by planning an event that would changed the course of my life that I'm just now healing from. Woo. But it was reminded it needed to happen. Oftentimes, all of the worst things that have ever happened to us had to happen to put us where we're at now. Kind of sucks, but it's a good thing. It's part of our soul contracts, part of what our soul plans to be here and do. Okay, let me see. I can send this request. She might block me. It's my sister-in-law for those who are now on here. And if you're able to help out, so whenever someone comes on and they're telling us what they're experiencing, as much as little as they feel comfortable with, and then we're sharing just what we're feeling into for them, it's so helpful to have a community of people who are full of the spirit and tapping in and just able to offer guidance. So let's see. All right, Jess, I'm going to send you a request. If you're able to join us, and if not, if you guys have any questions, you can send a request to join. And if not, we'll just come back here in a couple weeks. Cool. What else did you guys feel in that energy healing? What came up for you? Where in your body was lighting up? Curious to know. I'll tell you what, I was feeling I don't always get things for me when I'm leading healing, but tonight it was mostly in my sacral area. And yesterday my affirmation when I was doing some deep healing with myself was, I'm expanding into abundant creativity and wealth. And that my sacral is just really shut down. And that is our center of reproductive abilities, creativity, expression, joy. I didn't even think about it till now, but I had these are actually my pajamas, had them laying out. I was like, I'm just gonna wear that. That feels comfortable. That feels good. Orange, it's the color orange. So pay attention to the foods you're craving or what's coming in. Okay. My best friend was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. When I was visiting her in February, she said she was having work trouble and felt she had no voice and wasn't feeling heard. I don't doubt it at all. And I'm so sorry. And this isn't, the worst thing we can do is over spiritualize things and be like, well, if she just would have cleared her throat, she would have been fine. We can't play God like that. We have journeys and experiences and contracts to live out and our divine plan. But I'm sure that stuck with you. And especially I see that you're a nurse practitioner, like especially as a practitioner yourself, like how when we're seeing people come in with lab work and their thyroid's altered, or they're having just like a chronic cough and they're not on any pharmaceuticals that would create that side effect, or everything looks good, they're, you've cleaned out their gut, they're doing everything right. We can always look at the energy field. That's amazing. You're feeling so much of this for her. Is she open to this kind of energy experience, or yeah, sorry, I started coughing when you were writing that. You're a healer because this resonates with you, but you can clear things for her. Not to say you should focus your energy healing efforts to be her savior or fix her, but like, oh my gosh, when you're carrying this for her, you'll be amazed at when you clear and when you heal, how that affects other people. I've done it for my dad a lot recently, and it unintentionally, and it's been really amazing. The base of the skull has been bad lately. Like the back of your neck here, Danielle. Is it more left or right side? More left? So the back of your neck, just what I'm seeing in your field, so we have currents that run up. The neck is when energies block, or when we're blocking energy, the back of our neck will hurt so bad. Mine, unfortunately, will hurt a lot. And my mentor told me the other day, it takes more energy to block what's trying to come through you, your soul's purpose, some expression. We get really afraid to share and speak our truth than it does to allow it through. So what I'm feeling, and you can always request to join if you want a little bit more than this, but this might be enough for you to work with. Notice left or right, masculine or feminine, okay? And if it's below the brainstem, those pathways haven't crossed over. So like left brain is left side, controls the right side of the body. So play with that. If you need more guidance, just reach out. But notice, okay, what am I blocking? Is it more masculine or is it more feminine energy? Typically left side's more feminine, right side's more masculine. Cool. Okay, so back to your friend. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments. She was diagnosed 4 weeks after she told me that. It was eerie. She's not much open to energy when I'm working on it. You know, when you could just use, you could use, okay, sometimes words are a big turnoff for people, like energy. I get that all the time. And I always think, well, what if I called this somatic work? I think a lot more people would be open to it, but it doesn't resonate with me to call it that. I'm like, it has to be energy because that's who we are. But maybe you talk to her about somatic work or trauma clearing or insert whatever word that might feel more comfortable to her. And it doesn't have to be like, even her talking or making sound or humming or having experience through this throat chakra would help her a lot. So that's amazing. Okay, Megan, Daniel said left. I was getting left up the base of your skull, usually feminine energy blockage. I understand in the work you do and just being, you're a tough gal, like into lifting. And for those, I'm giving reference for other people, it's really easy to shut down our feminine energy. I do it all the time. It doesn't lead to good things. So this is where I'm focusing my energy and my efforts in teaching and energy healing and blogs and stuff coming up. So just stay tuned. We can help you work with it. But if there's one thing that I'm going to say, what is the thing that makes you feel most in your feminine? Pay attention to where you're at on your cycle. Go do that one thing. Usually shutting your brain off and just being, dancing, flowing, whatever you need to do, writing, cooking, sex, being in nature. Okay. Megan, I'm coming back. I want to read this this next one. She has given me permission to do that, and I work on her, and I've had some energy blocks from going through this with her. Thanks so much for your guidance. Absolutely. It's hard stuff. And maybe for you, like being that support role for her, maybe you have some extra energy healing. That's probably why you're here tonight. So good for you for prioritizing. This time is so powerful. I know it's like, oh, it's just on, on the phone, or it's just 15 minutes or 30 minutes. You can change and move mountains in this collective energy. So keep clearing for you. My throat feels better. Maybe that just needed to come out. And so amazing you're a nurse practitioner and you're aware and talking about this. I would love to connect with you. Okay, Megan said, my focus tonight was my chest, as I felt quite a bit of anxiety the last few weeks. I'm really hoping to release it with this full moon. Absolutely. And it feels like, I know a little bit of your journey because we've worked together. It feels like it comes up in layers, right? Like we clear one thing and then we're like, oh my gosh, oh no, here it comes again. It's just that next part to be cleared, to be released. So it doesn't mean that it's coming back or it's something that's never going away. It's just layers, because your nervous system, the body's so smart. It won't clear or release more than you can handle. So say it's like a 7-layer cake, energy is, and it might clear your first 3 layers in one, or it might just clear 1 layer. But if your nervous system can't handle all 7 layers of that cake, that energy that you're working with, it won't release it all at once. And it's a good thing. So it doesn't mean you're not doing it right. It doesn't mean you're losing. It doesn't mean that this energy will never finally leave. I can tell you every energy that I've cleared or themes, they always come back for round 2, 3, 4, 10. They always eventually leave. And then you can look back, like when I was purging my office, it was amazing. Just some of I was even looking at like intake forms that I used to use and just little things that reminded me of the energy that I was in. I'm like, oh my gosh, come so far. So you'll clear the 7-layer cake, I promise. Brooke said, felt feet and legs, soreness, stiffness, tiredness, and random various injuries in feet, knees, etc. So what I just feel my spirit really pulling towards on the feet, Brooke, is feet connect physiologically and energetically to our adrenal glands. And it feels very physical to touch on for you of like, how are your adrenals? But adrenals can be stress from physical body or from energetic stress. So anything from workouts that don't feel supportive to your body, to school stress, work stress, food stress, chronic infections in the body, you're just feeling kind of off. Feet are this little, even like shoes that don't serve you, but feet, when you're having odd feet pain, it comes up. You would be amazed how many people are like, my feet just hurt. It's adrenals usually. So let me know if that resonates, or it feels very physical when touching on it for you. So awesome. Okay. Well, let me know in the comments. I'll give anybody else just another second to chime in. If so, this coming weekend, I'm leading a retreat and then going to the lake with family, and then I have a mastermind retreat. So I'll just be completely gone for a while. But the weekend of Memorial Day, if you guys would rather do Sunday or Monday, kind of let me know. Ideal, I think evening would probably, like around this time, if you'd rather have our gathering on Sunday or Monday, or if you're like, yeah, I just kind of want to take a couple weeks off, that works too. So okay, Brooke said that definitely speaks to me. Awesome. Yay. I love when that happens. Cool. All right. Well, I will plan for us to be back together Memorial Day weekend. I probably plan on Monday, unless everyone's like up for Sunday, but hopefully a lot of us are celebrating and still partaking in festivities. But thank you for joining us. This collective energy is so important to be able to bring healing. And just when we all sit down, the couple dozen of us that we're on tonight, when we all sit down and hold that space and have the intention to heal, it's crazy. I can't tell you, in my own energy healing training circles and intuitive trainings and mediumship circles, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to come through. And just holding that space and attention and intention, crazy things show up. So thanks for coming tonight. Hold this space for yourself even when we don't meet, and I'll see you all in a couple weeks.